Okay, Fantastic Four.
Right there. That's my grade on that movie.
I thought character development in that movie was fine.
To a point.
To a point. The way I don't like is... First thing I don't like is how they always pick Doom. Why do they pick Dr. Doom? Because he's the best villain for the Fantastic Four.
You want to come out of the gate strong.
No, you want to come out with something you can build on. Like, for example, Dark Knight Rises, the Dark Knight series.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's a moot point because the movie's done. Like, that version of the franchise is done. They're not going to be able to dig themselves out of that hole.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
They didn't even make enough on the opening weekend to cover the cost of filming the thing.
I thought they casted well. It's story for me. The story wasn't very good. Oh, we can go to another dimension now. I mean,
You know what? That actually it didn't turn me. I thought when we had this discussion in 2 earlier podcasts that was going to be the thing that it's not how it fucking happened. Da, da, da. So I did what he told me to, and I left my mind open to just see how it was going to pan out, and I did very good at that. But the Deadpool trailer played before it, so it really helped me get in a happy mood. And I watched it, and it built, and it wasn't doing bad. The character development was there, and it was just subtle little references and nods that really built each individual character and brought them in. And honestly, the place where it fell apart for me, that I lost all faith in it, the fight at the end. Like, this movie was literally, what was it, an hour and 47 minutes?
Like an hour 47 or
hour and 47 minutes. The last 17 minutes of that movie was unbearable. The fight scene was atrocious. It wasn't a good build-up. The dialogue was terrible, especially Mr. Fantastic. Like, if you're trying to deliver an impassioned performance when you are buried knee-deep in shit, he did not do it. It literally seemed like he was reading from a cue card. It was so monotone and just no passion playing it at all. And it lost it. It literally, they had me up until that, and then it just lost it for me.
The big issue that people needed to understand, well, the people who made this movie, is you have I didn't think the old Fantastic Four series was bad.
I thought they were doing fine.
I thought it was pretty good.
I think a good quality third movie could have dug that out of its hole.
Well,
but you weren't going to get Chris Evans.
I just wouldn't have minded if they just recasted it and kept with that story. I'd have been fine. I think that the characters they picked, other than the black guy in case of Chris Evans, that'd have been just weird. But
yeah, that wouldn't have fit into the original thing. And what they did with it was fine. They really did.
Well, they took their 2 best villains, Galactus and Doctor Doom, and Silver Surfer. Those are 3. What are you gonna do after that?
Yeah, that's pretty. Introduce Herbie. Herbie, the robot.
Maybe.
That floats around.
Maybe.
That's pretty much that would have been jumping the shark, though. I think that would have killed it.
But I mean, when you write the movies like Iron Man and all those that are made together in unison, perfect example was X-Men Origins. They didn't write that with the plan of what we're gonna do in the future, because initially they had Deadpool in that movie and it sucked. Okay, they initially did. They didn't write that with the plan of what they're gonna do in the future. You got to write with a plan of what they're going to do in the future. All the Avengers movies and all the origin stories for each individual character start out with a villain that is contoured to each individual, but not a master villain that they all have to beat. I mean, they're in the backgrounds, they're here and there, but they're not the main part.
But each villain was cast set specifically for whatever challenge the hero had to overcome in that particular thing.
Yes, but the villain shouldn't be the biggest villain you could possibly have for that villain first, and then from there, every movie's going to underachieve. For example, if the Dark Knight series would have started with the Joker, nothing would have compared to that.
No, game over.
You start out with Liam Neeson, who did great, but you can always improve from Ra's al Ghul. First off, he's not a very known villain. Second, Scarecrow's not a very known villain either. So you went with 2, not super known of, maybe, but not super known, and went to a villain that everyone knows, but everyone doesn't really quite know.
Yeah,
doesn't know much more about that. Yeah. Drew you into why is this character like this? And then Bane. Every movie tested Batman in a different way. One tested Batman overcoming that he had to do it by himself. He couldn't do it use any help. That was the first movie when he had to do it. Yeah. Second movie was overcoming the exact opposite of what he is. And the exact opposite in 2 ways, because Harvey Dent was the exact opposite of him. Not doing it the illegal way as a vigilante, but doing it the legal way. and being the knight or whatever Gotham needed.
Yeah.
Being the white knight in shining armor rather than the dark knight, which is what he was. And in the third one, Batman had to overcome two things. He had to overcome
his arrogance and his physical limitations.
And he had to overcome his trust of the wrong individuals, like Talia al Ghul.
Well, but now
and not putting his faith in if he put his faith in the police sooner, he could have solved the whole issue early in the movie.
Yeah, but he came to
with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
That was his arrogance.
Yeah.
That was definitely his lesson, and that was.
In that one, he learned when you get older, you can't do it alone.
Humility.
Humility would be a better way to do it. The first one, he learned to overcome your teacher and overcome your fears and this, and then you have to do it by yourself. You don't, you are the voice of reason and justice, and you got to prove that. Second one, you have to deal with the exact opposite of you in both ways, in both the crazy way, get your tail out of it,
the same way,
in the same way. When it comes to Harvey Dent and the Joker.
Yep.
And then the third one, you had to overcome you had to see the realization of your own humanity. You have limits. Just because you put the suit on doesn't mean you can't be beat.
Yeah. Well,
and just because you trust someone doesn't mean that they that it's 100% going to work out for you, like Talia al Ghul.
Yeah.
So that's the That's how that was built.
That's how to do it new, right?
Yeah. If you look at this one, where do they go from here?
Nowhere.
If they were to create a sequel, what would you go from there?
They're not even in the fucking Baxter building. They're in a fucking shed in Utah.
Yeah.
It's and I understand going a different direction with it. I really do. You don't want to be like you're remaking the original. I get it. I get it. I really understand that. Because if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, i.e. Spider-Man, it's going to get boring. People are going to hate it. They're tired of it. They want something different. The worst thing they did with Andrew Garfield was opening the franchise with the origin story. They should have just been like, hey, here's Spider-Man, he does this, and been done with it. Screw it. You want to tell the origin story? Do it when the credits are rolling, because everyone knows why Spider-Man has his powers. They get it. Well, let's move on. That's how they reboot that franchise. Just forget it. Everyone gets it. Batman, they don't even have to have an origin story for him.
So now they're rebooting it again.
But they really did. But the way they did the origin story for The Dark Knight was fantastic, because it was just not that my mother and father were killed and now I'm Batman. It's I went through this, and on down the line. So that was a good take on it.
And now Gotham's doing something similar to that too.
Yeah, Gotham's doing a fantastic fucking job.
I can't wait. Was it 2 weeks?
Just about.
I think 2 weeks starts back up. I
So
can't wait for that. It's gonna be baseballs.
Boom. So no, Fantastic Four. Damn it, the writers. Can I just blame the writers? Because I can't really blame the cinematographers or anybody else on that. Maybe the director too. The writing sucked.
I would blame. I don't dislike the actors in it. The guy who played Mr. Fantastic is not a bad actor. The guy who played Victor Von Doom, fantastic actor. I thought he played a great job in that movie.
Yeah, very good.
The Invisible Girl.
Kate Mara.
Yeah,
she did good.
She's in a lot of good stuff.
She's not bad to look at.
Yeah, she's pretty cute. Very good looking. You ever seen House of Cards?
No, I'm not.
She's a pretty cool character in that. And then the black guy, Johnny Storm, he wasn't bad. His character was kind of undersold, but it didn't explain why his character was so volatile to his father. But
was that Tony Todd playing the father?
Tony Todd.
Was that Tony Todd? He played Baxter in Fantastic Four. I wish this was live and you guys were like tweeting right now, because then you could.
We could do that. It's just really hard to do.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Damn it! Why am I going to the internet? I need IMDb. Damn it. Internet Movie Database. If you don't know it, love it.
You said Baxter Todd.
Well, no. The dude's voice was so familiar. Fantastic Four 2015. Top Bill cast. See y'all. Oh, he was Dr. Franklin Storm. Reg E. Cathy. Yeah. Okay, no, not the first thing I was thinking of. Because I was really hoping to work in this beautiful little segue, but it didn't work out. So I apologize, internets, for that. But Tony Todd has been cast as the voice of Zoom in the next season of Flash. And if you don't know who Tony Todd is, he's the Candyman. And the Undertaker from Final Destination.
Nice. Oh yeah, he wasn't.
I'm very excited because he's got that gravelly voice. Gotcha. It's gonna be awesome.
By the way, there's a show if you ever get a chance. It's like 5 minutes an episode. They have it on CW because they're kind of testing the waters. It's called Vixen. You ever heard of Vixen?
Great 80s girls hair band. Like, absolutely love them.
No, it's actually a comic book.
Oh, well.
Similar to like who's that Cheetah Girl? That
Chitara.
Chitara. Similar to her. She has like a totem, and apparently that totem gives her like the spirits of animals. She can run fast, she can jump high, she can do a lot of things. And they're thinking about bringing her into the Arrow universe, but they're making comic books about it right now. They're making a cartoon about it.
So like flip books online is essentially what.
No, it's actually a cartoon comic. It's a cartoon comic. It's only like 5 minutes an episode.
Hand-drawn animation?
Hand-drawn
or
animation.
Is it actually am I flipping pages?
No, hand-drawn animation.
Like that.
So
it's a lost art. The Japanese still do it. They do it so freaking
well. Anyway, I just want to say this last topic real quick. Man from U.N.C.L.E. Not a bad movie. If you get a chance to go see it. It's basically Superman versus Lone Ranger. And Tonto's not in it, so no Johnny Depp. But I thought it was a very good movie. It was a good action movie. There's some hot chicks in it. There's good fighting. It definitely has a tone, real Cold War tone. It's I don't know if you've ever actually did you watch the show back in the 80s or 60s or whatever it was?
I think I used to watch it with my dad, but it's like
basically to sum up is
I took drugs.
A CIA agent who's like
not today,
best in the world at what he does, and a KGB agent
who's the best in the world at what he does.
Yeah. Team up and they have to stop something that's going to destroy both. Basically, they're going to stop a nuclear war.
Nazis.
Yeah, Nazis. They're fighting against Nazis. And what's left of the Third Reich. So
yeah, which didn't end until 1948, according to Hellboy.
Yep, it's true. Actually, that's actually true. Technically, but they still had shadow things here and there. Well, Hydra's still alive today, so.
That makes me so sad. Oh, Marvel. It's just a shit. Have you seen anything about it?
No.
Anything? Exactly.
So mysterious. Actually, there's a video on YouTube I could watch.
It's making me so scared.
No, they have a season 3. So
I know, but I'm scared because I haven't seen anything yet. Like,
I gotta wrap this up.
I know. Internet. Anything Deadpool. Anything Ryan Reynolds. Check it out. Watch all of it. Watch it all twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times before we come back because we're going to be hitting on that. And be sure to check out the opening cinematic to Halo 5. It was dropped or stolen earlier today, and it was landed on my Facebook page. You can't get there because I'm not going to approve it, but it's all over the universe. So get a hold of that. It's fun.
Okay, that will wrap up this podcast. I'm going straight to work. Chad's probably going to go take a nappy poo or something.
Maybe he's going to be waking up ready for a bottle here in about 20 minutes, so we're going to get ready for that. I'm going to take a piss. You're welcome to join me.
Yeah, don't join them, because I need to take my computer in there while you pee. All right, see you, Internet. See you next week.
Interactive.
Could have been. See ya.